Hey everyone, welcome to my studio. I'm Sarah Bush from the Pink Teacup, and today's video is about the zine that I just finished for my founding members of the Pink Teacup. And when I was deciding on a theme for this zine, we were of course full swing in the election, and I thought it might calm my jangled nerves if I made the zine about a very specific voting issue that I care a lot about, and that is the National Popular Vote Interstate Compact. That's what I said. The National Popular Vote Interstate Compact. I know, it's a mouthful. And most people have no idea what it is, even in the 17 states where it's actually been passed into law. So in short, the National Popular Vote Interstate Compact is an agreement between states to make every vote equal in a presidential election without having to amend the Constitution or get rid of the Electoral College. So it's a real practical solution. Now, it doesn't get activated until enough states participate whose Electoral College votes add up to 270, and right now we're at 209. So we're getting closer. But today I'm actually going to talk about the making of the zines themselves and my creative process. But honestly, I'd love to do a live stream or a video about this issue and the National Popular Vote, assuming we still have real voting. Because after doing a ton of research in order to write this zine, I totally feel ready for a serious Q&A. So let me know if that's of interest. But in the meantime, I've got this zine, and you can get one of these if you like, if this is intriguing to you, or you can go to the nationalpopularvote.org website and learn some more there. But now let's talk about the zine. So I've always loved the zine format. And that's why I wanted to have it be the thing that I gave my founding members. And I also really love making physical things. But I love the zine format because it's retro and 80s and a little bit punk rock. And, back in the day, it was all about staying late at work and using your boss's copier to create and print a lot of your zines so that you could distribute them to the masses or at least the masses in your neighborhood. And many zines still are that, a single piece of paper that has been printed on a copier and folded into a little book like this. And I love that format, but that's not what I wanted to do in this situation, because for this topic I wanted the form of my book, the shape of my book, the form, to help express its content. And since you can't talk about the National Popular Vote without also talking about the Electoral College, I wanted this zine to have two distinct sections, and so I chose to make something called a Z-book so that I could do that. I love that this Z-book format is designed to stand up, so it can easily sit on your coffee table or on a shelf, and when someone comes over your house, they might just pick it up and say, "What's this?" And then you can start a conversation about the National Popular Vote. I also really loved using my vintage set of old wooden letterpress blocks to hand print both sides of every cover. I have a textile degree, so I love the whole process of inking up my blocks and then using a mallet to get a good solid impression on the surface. I wanted the letters to fall off the edges of the page, and I purposely made them a bit wobbly to give them a sense of fragility. One side of each cover says "Democracy Matters," and the other side says "One person, one vote." I like that it takes a minute or three to realize what the words say, and I hope the kind of grunge approach I used helps convey both the seriousness of the issue and a feeling of precariousness. Here, you can see the form of my Z-book taking shape. To create a Z-book, you use a long sheet of paper for the cover, and you fold it twice, but in opposite directions, so that you end up with two folds that become the spines of your book. And because there are two spines, this format has no front and no back, so you can start reading from either direction. Here's how the covers looked before I sewed the pages in. The two spines made it easy to offer a little chapter about the Electoral College on one side and a little chapter on the National Popular Vote on the other. And since the ideas also oppose one another, I love that the format helps express that. Because zines are so 80s, I also wanted to use a font that felt really 80s. So I chose Courier for the text, which gives the zine an old typewriter vibe, which felt just right. In fact, I used several fonts, which breaks all the rules about, quote, good design, plus my clip art and personal photos, because it's a funky zine, not a fancy book, and there are no rules in zine world. But I also did take a lot of care. I cut every single page individually and folded and trimmed all the signatures. I then hand sewed each signature into its spine with waxed linen thread because, well, that's just the book art side of me. I love making a physical object. I also love that what I thought was going to be a simple zine about the popular vote evolved into something much more elaborate, kind of a combination of expressive handmade art book and kooky-ass polemic. Know that I poured my heart into each one of these books and that I did my best to channel my inner Thomas Paine. So how can you get one of these little handmade books? Well, just sign up to be a founding member of the Pink Teacup by the end of November 2024. You can sign up to be a founding member anytime, but to get this particular book, you'll just need to have been signed up by November 30th of 2024. But I will continue to make zines for my founding members every quarter through 2025. And at that point, if I'm still in love with making zines, then I'll keep doing that. And if I've thought of something else that I think is cool that I'd like to give my founding members, I'll do that. And if you're wondering, while I'm talking about all this, like, what the heck is a founding member? What does she mean, really? Well, that's just Substack's way of creating different paid subscriber tiers. So now you might be saying, well, what's a Substack? And Substack is just the platform that my newsletter lives on. Mine and thousands of others. And it's just a really great, positive ecosystem for writers and creators of all kinds. So if you'd like to have one of these handmade books, you can there'll be a subscribe or an upgrade button below this video. And you can just click on the link and then read all about it and see if it's for you. And if you're already a paid subscriber, but you'd like to upgrade to founding member in order to get one of these books, just know that Substack will actually prorate your subscription. So that's nice. And then finally, if you're a free subscriber, I just want you to know that I love you too. I appreciate all my subscribers, whatever subscription tier that you choose. So that's it. Thank you for watching. Thank you for letting me share my process with you. Please leave a comment. I love when these posts become conversation. It just means the world to me. Okay. Let's hope this election goes well. Mwah.